Om Yogis, welcome to this practice with Mary Magdalene, the goddess who lived among us. Let's start in Shavasana, but bring your feet to the mat and let your knees knock in here. Let's begin and relax into a state of grace. Connecting with the grace of your breath as you gently begin to release the body from your grasp. Let go. Release the body from your grasp. Release the day from your grasp, letting go. And when you're ready, without any special efforts, just separate your knees. And just allow your knees to fall left and right. So we're coming into windscreen wiper legs here. Relaxing and releasing the body. Coming into a state of grace in this ungainly position. Let go of the strains of the day. Coming back to center when you're ready, we're going to bring a strap around both of your heels and bring your legs up towards the sky, pulling on the strap as you go to support you. And as much as you possibly can, relax again into a state of grace. In ancient Aramaic, Mary means she who illuminates. Mary Magdalene was vilified in history as a prostitute or a sinful woman. And I guess that she was thought to have her legs in the air by many. But history now tells a very different story. Mary is the 13th and most loyal disciple of Jesus. Some believe she was his equal and taught him the ways of the sacred feminine. It was said Mary understood Jesus' teachings more so than anybody and was an important teacher of his message. She was also a leader, scholar, financier, and visionary in her own right. She was the energy of the sacred feminine to Jesus' sacred masculine. And it is widely thought she was discredited so much by the Catholic Church because the priests were afraid to admit women were capable of positions of leadership. Eventually, she was canonized in 1669, and as recently as 2016 was recognized by the Catholic Church as the Apostle of the Apostles. So we can see that her story arc has been massive. She has been both saint and sinner. And she teaches us a lot about holding ourselves up through thick and through thin. She held a state of grace for centuries until everyone sort of caught up with her, really. So to my mind, undeniably, Mary Magdalene was a goddess who lived among us. She understood what it is to be in the center of human society with all of its treachery and judgments. But despite the naysayers and condemnations, Mary Magdalene lived her truth. She held herself in a state of grace. As you have to this point, we're going to release that pose now by just bending and extending both legs as you support yourself with the strap. Mary Magdalene's message: hold yourself up through thick and through thin. Gorgeous. Let's keep one foot up in the air and the other one comes to the floor. Keep the foot in the strap as you start to bend and extend your top leg. Lovely. Then come to stillness in a hamstring stretch. Closing your eyes, breathing up and down the back of your skyward leg. What an entrance she makes, Mary Magdalene. And we can take inspiration from her today and ask ourselves, what is it that I find truly important? Taking your awareness inwards, focusing on you, not everybody else. What is in your heart today? What is meaningful for you as a truism in your life right now? Let's bring that leg, whatever leg you're working on, out to one side. Hold yourself here. And Then come back to center and take the leg across the body. Swap the strap into the other hand as you do so. What is it that I find truly important? When I go inside, away from all the noise, what is there that calls me? Coming back to center when you're ready. Let's swap sides, hamstring stretch on the other leg. Closing the eyes, breathing up and down the back of the leg. Breathing into your heart. What is in your heart? What is meaningful for you as a truism in your life right now? See if you can cement this truth for today in your awareness. Feel this truth inside of you. When the noise of the outside world dies down, what is in your heart? Beautiful. Then let's take that leg out to the side when you're ready. Inhaling here, exhaling back to center. And bring the leg across the body, swapping the hands as you go. Cementing the truism that is within you right now. Inhale here and exhale back to center, bringing both feet to the floor. Bring the hands behind the head. We'll start to do some very slow sit-ups. Pushing your lower back down, engage your belly, and exhale as you rise. And inhale as you lower, arching the lower back when you get to the floor gently. Moving super slow. Pushing the lower back down as you rise, exhaling all the air out of the body. Lower to the ground, inhale and arch the lower back. Continue on your own. And you can stay with this, or you can add on by slowly raising a knee as you come up on the exhale and twisting the opposite elbow to that knee. And then inhaling, slowly lower down, arching your lower back when you get to the floor. And we keep going left to right, exhaling as you come up, twisting elbow to knee, and inhaling as you come back down and back to center, arching the lower back. And you could stay with this, or you can add on by extending that raised bent knee and holding out the exhale for a few moments before you lower on the inhale, arching the lower back when you get to the floor. So now as you come up, you extend the leg and twist opposite elbow to the leg still. Hold out the exhale, lower on the inhale, arching the lower back when you get to the floor. Keep going on your own, nice and slowly. And you can stay here, stay with this, or you can add on again by now raising both knees to both elbows as you come up, pushing the lower back into the ground, exhaling, and lowering as before, arching the low back when you get to the floor, inhaling. Taking that thing that is true for you and hold it in your belly. In this way, you're moving your energy directly into it as you squeeze on up. Directly contacting your own truth, your own truism today. Coming out of that when you're ready, bring yourself slowly up to seated. We're going to bring one leg to tree and the other to hero position. And turning and twisting towards your leading leg, so that will be the tree leg. Spiral your belly over your thigh, and if available, fall forwards. Or stay up if you like. Wherever you are, stretch the arms long. And relax into a state of grace. Relax with your truth. It matters not what others may think. Hold firm to yourself. So stay very internal during this practice today. It's just you and Mary Magdalene. just you and the divine. Beautiful. When you're ready, let's come up, swap your legs, and repeat that pose on the other side. Take a few moments just relaxing into yourself, becoming very internal. The message from Mary Magdalene today is, it matters not what others may think. Hold firm to yourself. Be with your truth. Inhale here and exhale, gently come out of that. Bring yourself to all fours and take a few rounds of cat-cow. Take that thing that is true for you and hold it in your belly. Move your energy directly into it as you squeeze on up. Beautiful. When you're ready, press back, downward facing dog. Mary Magdalene asks us to stay focused on things of true importance. So keep hold of today's truth. And remember, the truth you find needn't be absolute. Just make sure it's true for you right now, today. It's almost like no one is going to hold you to it, but this truth is something that you can hold yourself to, support yourself with today. And from dog, we're going to bring the right leg forward into low lunge. The hands come to the thigh to create room along the front of the body. And your sacrum dives towards the floor. And we step up powerfully, trusting our inner strength validates our truth. So let this pose validate your truth today. Beautiful. From here, let's come into plank position. Inhale in plank and exhale, knees, chest and chin. Let's inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Swapping sides, bringing your right leg forward now, low lunge, hands come to the thigh to create room along the front of the body as the sacrum dives towards the floor. Feel Mary Magdalene is with you, reminding you that you channel an energy that is already yours, that you have a spiritual practice to build and unite this energy with what is good, or with the God, Goddess. So beautiful. And back to plank when you're ready. Knees, chest, chin brings you to the floor on the exhale. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From dog, let's come to the knees. Tuck your toes underneath you and sit to your heels. If this is too much for your feet, lean forwards into your hands. If it's possible, interlace your hands behind you and open your chest. Close your eyes, connect with Mary Magdalene. Know that she is reminding you to keep your heart open, your feet strong, to stand your ground, and never let go of love. Never let go of your truth. Okay, let's come to kneel up now. Let's come off of your feet, sweet relief. And take your right leg sideways on, so it's reminiscent of a warrior leg. We're going to grab a block and bring it to the outer front foot. And line up your ankle, your knee and your shoulder here, as best you can. Then from here, roll your chest open. Roll your top shoulder open so your chest is nice and open, and only add on if it doesn't compromise the openness in your heart. But if possible, your top arm can come up. And if possible, you might even be able to extend that arm alongside the ear. Let's hold this position quietly and with grace. Like Mary Magdalene has done 1,000 times before, let's lean into our faith. And for today, our faith lies in the block of hope underneath your hand. And that's fine. Just lean into it. And be reassured that you are on the right path. There is no need to struggle. Just hold to yourself, hold firm and true. slowly and quietly come out of that meeting in plank position. Take an inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. From dog, come to kneeling position and swap sides. So taking that pose on the other side. The left leg is sideways on, and the block is coming to the outer front foot of that left leg. Line up ankle, knee and shoulder as best as you possibly can. Roll the chest open. Do not compromise your heart with your arm position. So if you need to stay here, stay here. If you can add on, top arm opens to the ceiling or alongside the ear. Know that Mary Magdalene understands what it is to be in a difficult position with all its treachery and judgments. But despite naysayers and condemnations, Mary Magdalene lived her truth. She held herself in a state of grace. So can we do that too as we hold this pose? Observing the possible judgments that you might make upon yourself or others. And if you do, give these judgments no energy, no power. Send all of your energy to holding yourself in a state of grace. And when you're ready, let's come back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Your right foot comes forwards now, and we come back into that low lunge position. Hands rest upon your thigh, sacrum is down, and we stay here. If you want to add on, you can tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and extend strongly into the back heel. Observe your judgments, but do not let them in. Do not let them into you. Hold yourself in a state of grace. And then bring yourself into plank position. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Cobra on the inhale. And downward facing dog on the exhale. When we look outside of ourselves, we can often see that misery is everywhere. But we must remember to resist it. For if we invite it to live inside of us, it becomes a tenant that we may struggle to cast away. Mary Magdalene saw so much misery in her time, but she stayed in a state of grace. She held herself through it. She did not let misery in. Let's bring the right foot forwards, coming back to low lunge. The hands come to the thigh, the sacrum stays down, and we stay here. We'll tuck the toes, lifting the back knee and extending strongly into the back heel, holding yourself in a state of grace. So beautiful. Let's come back to plank when you're ready. Knees, chest, chin, bring you to the floor. Rise up on the inhale, cobra. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, let's come to sit down with one leg extended and the other leg bent so the knee is in towards the chest. And we're going to twist away from the bent leg, twisting away from the bent leg, using the arm against the inner leg to lever the twist open. Hold and breathe. Let yourself become very internal, connecting with the beautiful Mary Magdalene, the goddess who walked among us. Inhale here, exhale, gently release. Swapping the legs, come into that twist on the other side. Mary Magdalene reminds us that misery is everywhere, but we must resist it. For if we invite misery inside of us, it becomes a tenant that we may struggle to cast away. So hold yourself in a state of grace. Within you is a light far brighter than human society with all its treachery and judgments. So it is okay to stand alone, to stand in your light. Keep your heart open, your feet strong, stand your ground, and never let go of love. Never let go of truth. Beautiful. Let's inhale here and exhale, gently release. Coming back to all fours. Take a few rounds of cat-cow on your own. Stay internal, stay with Mary Magdalene. From cat-cow, come back to center. Meet me in plank. Let's breathe in and plank together on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4. Staying in your center. Hold the breath. And exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Holding the breath, holding your truth in your core. Hold and squeeze. Beautiful, then drop to your knees. Both of your feet can swing over to the left of your mat to create a kickstand for easy Vashisthasana. Your top arm and top leg float away from the floor and away from one another. And then you can draw the elbow to the knee as you exhale, and inhale, re-extend. Continue with this on your own. Beautiful Mary Magdalene reminds you channel an energy that is already yours. You have a spiritual practice to build and unite this energy with what is good, or with the God, Goddess. So beautiful. Let's come out of that, swap sides, and just do exactly the same pose on the other side. This pose teaches us to hold ourselves up, hold ourselves steady through thick and thin. Coming back to center, meet me in plank. Inhale here. Dropping down, knees, chest and chin. And from here, come into Sphinx pose. Rest your head to a block or bolsters or pillows and pad your elbows. Be very internal, dropping into deeper and deeper layers of yourself with the Mary Magdalene. Meditate with her now, relaxing into a state of grace that is already yours. And no one can take that away, no matter what they say, no matter what is said, what is spoken. When we think about Mary Magdalene and all the things that have been said about her over the course of the years, we realize that she knew her energy so well. She knew the state of grace so well. She did not let the miserable words in. She resisted the condemnation of others. She held her light and she held her grace. meditate now with Mary Magdalene. Connect with the goddess who walked among us. Let's come out of that when you're ready, pressing slowly and gently back to child's pose. In child's pose, it's almost as if we can hear Mary Magdalene teaching us to bow to the divine, not to the condemnations of others. Bow to the divine, not to the condemnations of others who have never walked a step in your shoes. Bow to the divine, my beautiful child. Bow to the divine and hold fast and true to your own truths, your own loves. Never let go, no matter what is said. Never let go. Bow to the divine. Beautiful. Now push back, downward facing dog. Let's bring the legs wide in your dog today to the side edges of your mat, your toes forwards or turning slightly out. Allow your sacrum to spread. Actually, let's turn the toes in. You can really feel the sacrum spreading here. The sacrum or the sacred bone. It's called this name because it is full of holes. It's called the holy bone, the sacrum, the sacred bone. Let's come away from that and just turn your feet forwards or slightly out as you walk your hands back. And we meet in Malasana, yogic squat. Hands in prayer, close your eyes, feel yourself in this striking position of the sacred feminine. Connecting with the Mother Earth, connecting with Mary Magdalene. Connecting with your own legs, your own feet, your own body, your own ability to stand in your truth. Your own ability to guard the temple that you are. Do not let misery in. Slowly bring yourself down to the floor so we sit in cross-leg position, Sukhasana. Let's twist to the left. Easy twist to the left. Hold and breathe. Coming to center when you're ready. On the exhale, twist the other way. Come back to center when you're ready. Fold forward down the middle of your body. Bow to the truth that is cementing itself inside you tonight or today as you practice. That is connecting to the force of the God-Goddess, the force of goodness. And gently bring yourself out of that, switch the cross of your legs, and let's take a twist. Either way, left or right, hold and breathe. Coming back to center when you're ready, twisting the other way. Cementing that truth deep in your belly as your belly spirals into the twist. Hold and squeeze. Truth is something for you to hold on to steady yourself with. It's not meant to be something that others hold you to. It doesn't need to be absolute. Truth is transient most of the time. So knowing that, let's come back to center and then bow forwards when you're ready. Bow to the divine, not to the judgments or condemnations of others. Know that you are seen by the God Goddess in every act of love and care. Everything that you create that is of beauty is upon the path of grace. Misery is everywhere, but we must resist it, for if we invite it inside of us, it becomes a tenant that we may struggle to cast away. Keep your heart turned always to goodness, and you will find nourishment in the divine. Let's come up to center when you're ready. Take a rolled up blanket, and we're going to take a mini bridge position over a rolled up blanket today for a change. Very low bridge. Relaxing into a state of grace. Keeping our hearts turned always towards goodness, so we can find nourishment in the divine, just as Mary Magdalene did. I've heard it said that towards the end of her life, she lived on light. She didn't eat food anymore. She was nourished by God alone. Such was her state of grace. You can stay here, lovelies, or you can extend one of your legs, pushing into the heel. And you can swap your legs left to right, pushing into the heel as you go, if that feels right for your body today. Walking the path of grace. Perhaps if it is available, you might eventually bring both legs to that extended position. Keep pushing into the heels, and maybe both arms too will come over your head for a full body stretch. If space is an issue, hold your elbows. So Mary Magdalene's story arc was absolutely massive. She's taught us a lot about holding ourselves up through thick and through thin. She held a state of grace for centuries. Just for a moment, imagine if she had become all of the bad things that were said about her. If she had succumbed to the scandals and rumors and let the misery in, we probably would not have ever heard of her. But she held herself through thick and through thin. And Mary Magdalene's message is to hold fast to who you know you are. Hold fast to who you know you are. Pay no mind to the petty opinions of those who could not walk in your shoes. Hold yourself in a state of grace. Gently bring yourself back to bridge position if you're not already there. And press into your feet, lifting your hips, moving the blanket away from you now, coming down to the floor. We take supine pigeon. The left leg is raised up, the right foot is to the floor, and we keep the right foot to the floor today as we press into the upper left thigh to increase the stretch. Now release your hands, lovelies. Your legs stay in this position as we take the pigeon into a twist. Left foot comes to the floor, and you can use a strap around your ankle if it helps you to stabilize the legs, or if it helps you to hold yourself in a state of grace. Know that Mary Magdalene is with you, helping you release the ties and tensions that have prevented you from harnessing your power, helping you to relax into a state of grace. It's coming out of that when you're ready, and bringing yourself into happy baby. Connect your sacrum, the holy bone, the sacred bone of the sacrum. Connect it with the floor here as best you can. Now we come out of that and into supine pigeon on the other side. So your right leg is up, I believe, and your left foot is to the floor. Keep it to the floor today. Press into your upper right thigh to increase the stretch and create some room for your hips. Stay very internal. Stay with Mary Magdalene. Very beautiful. Now release your hands, keep your legs in this position, and take it into a pigeon twist. Support yourself with a strap if you need to. closing your eyes, meditate with Mary Magdalene, relaxing into a state of grace that is already yours. Let's inhale here, and exhale, gently come out of that, bringing both of your knees together now. Put your hands upon your knees and just circle the knees one way and then the other. Bringing them back to center. Let's take a supine twist to the left. So dropping your knees to your left, relax here. Letting yourself travel deep through the layers of yourself. Connecting with Mary Magdalene. Know she is with you now, helping you release the ties and tensions that may have prevented you from harnessing your power or accessing your truth. Mary Magdalene's dearest wish for you is that you relax, you are able to relax into a state of grace. Into the love that you already are. Let's come back to center when you're ready, one leg at a time. And then when you're ready, dropping the knees to the other side. Dropping back to Mary Magdalene, where she meets you in the deep love that you already are. Let's inhale here. One leg at a time. Use your stomach muscles to bring you safely out of that twist. Now grab your strap again, and we're going to bring the strap around the heels of the feet again, but this time take your legs mat width apart. So again, your sacrum, your holy bone, your sacred bone can spread. And as we do this, I can almost hear Mary Magdalene laughing, saying, all they said I could do was put my legs in the air. But to me, it mattered not what was said, for it was so much more than that. For I was walking in a state of grace. I get a real feeling for this beautiful woman, this goddess that walked among us. Did not let misery in. She held her faith. She lived in grace. When you're ready, lovelies, let's come out of that and bring a bolster under your knees for Shavasana today. Make sure that you'll be warm enough for the next 10 minutes or so. Bring your truth with you and let it melt and merge. Into the grace that you have created today. The grace of Mary Magdalene, the grace that she has shared with us. The grace that we always were. And you can picture beautiful, dark-haired, dark-eyed Mary Magdalene, dark-skinned Mary Magdalene, in a vivid red gown, with her head covered, and her breathing relaxed and full, fully connected. The goddess who walked among us, coming forward now, asking you to forget the world. Forget the world. And meet me in a state of grace. Where the only truth that matters is between you and the divine. Allow yourself to fall into this beautiful state of grace with Mary Magdalene. Meditate with Mary Magdalene. Relax into grace. Relax. Relax. It mattered not what was said, for it was so much more than that. I was walking in a state of grace. Keep your heart turned always to goodness, and you will find nourishment in the divine. Be reassured you are on the right path. There is no need to struggle. Just hold yourself firm and true. And this is the message of Mary Magdalene today. Know that she is with you as you begin to deepen your breath. Moving your fingers and toes. And gently taking whatever stretch your body needs. Let's roll to one side, bringing whatever is illuminated for you today back with you, whatever has been brightened or illuminated, as we come to a comfortable seat. Bringing our hands to our hearts with so much reverence and gratitude for this time with Mary Magdalene today. She who illuminates, the Lady of the Light. And with so much love for you, for your participation, for your light, let's hold that firm, stay with the goodness, and be nourished by the divine. With immense love. Namaste.